Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey.
And that's Dixie.
And we're LoveHut4Life.
For 155 weeks, we have been traveling around the country, getting ourselves into all sorts of fun and adventures in our homemade truck camper.
That's right, guys. And this week, we are helping someone else out with their homemade camper build. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, be sure and hit that thumbs up button and comment below so that we know who to be grateful for. It is morning 1075 on the road, and we are waking up in Parisburg, Virginia at Angel's Rest Hikers Haven. And Shane has a brand new project right outside our window. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shane.
Good morning. Come say hello to Lil Poke. So what we have here, let me zoom out for you guys, is this whole structure is built out of plywood. This is a DIY project, and it was brought to this property, and I'm here to upgrade it. So it's mounted on what we call a Harbor Freight trailer, and they have a little 2,000 pound axle in the back with a small leaf spring set, and then it's been attached to the frame. They basically built a house and set it on top of the trailer. From what I could tell, it's traveled across the country, but my job is to fortify it and make it look like an adorable log cabin, because inside we're going to be using it for a halotherapy or salt therapy cave. So this is going to be pulled behind that bus up there. If you guys remember, we built a chiropractic office in there this time last year. So we're adding on and creating a little buddy to pull behind it. Y'all hang on, this one's gonna be fun and fast.
The first thing that we've got to tackle is the underside of this thing. It appears that the guy who built this was using it for a pull behind a sleeper so that he could pull a camper behind his car. But insulation must have been an afterthought. He attempted to tape it up down here, but didn't seal it in any way. So we're just trying to make that better. How's it going over there, Shane?
Well, I'm having squirt gun problems, but all things considering, good. There goes that sun. Check it out. That's Angel's Rest, that mountain up there. That's why it's called Angel's Rest Hikers Haven. Did you know that? So today has been an interesting day. I did some work underneath, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing up here. So I'm going to be wrapping this whole thing in cedar planks. But I had to get all of the reflectors and lights off. And unfortunately, while doing that, I realized these reflectors were installed with basic wood screws. And as you can see, they allowed a lot of moisture. So we've got some soft spots. Nothing terrible. The corner down here on the front is a little weak. It's a bit of a shroud under there. But we're gonna be watertighting this whole thing with cedar planks. So it's all gonna be okay, and we're gonna fix the entry glands, get rid of this. That's another weak point. You don't wanna run wire through a wall like that. I would speculate there's some softness under here as well. I spent a lot of my time under the trailer. There's foam boards and all of the cavities between the studs. And I pulled those down. They were just duct taped in, and I adhered them with liquid nail and spray adhesive. After that set, I used the spray foam to cover in all the cracks. And tomorrow we're going to seal it up with some spray on rubber. And then we'll get to the walls. It's going to be looking fancy in no time.
Good morning, Shane.
Good morning.
It's been a wet night.
It's going to be a wet day. I only have a few hours of no rain today, so the siding's not going to go on today. I'm going to do some prep work. But mostly, I'm going to crawl underneath this for the last day, hopefully. We're going to be spraying a rubberized coating underneath to help protect it from road goo.
What are all of these pieces that you've been scraping away at?
That is wood damage from 1, water, and 2, termites. It had termites at some point. It looks like they're gone now. They vacated the premises. But there was some cheap reflectors installed, and they were installed incorrectly, so water was able to come in around them, and that's caused damage on all the corners.
That's
but
okay.
It's fixable. Everything's fixable.
That's the beauty of wood. Our buddy Dayton and his mini-me have stopped by to see us this morning, and Shane is excited to show off last year's progress. This is the chiropractic office on wheels that Shane built last year.
Yeah, that's her burning incense in here. She uses matcha for one of her, so it has a strong smell to it. But yeah. So the little wagon behind it is supposed to continue the vibe backwards. So you see it from outside, because you don't know this is inside this bus.
Yeah.
When you see the bus driving down the road. So we want something to catch your eye. And then...
That looks great, man.
Thanks.
It digs it.
You digs it, eh?
It digs it.
And it looks like we might be getting rained out for the day.
We got a lot of rain yesterday, so that means I didn't get a lot done, but I do want to show you what I did get done. I've been hunting down rot. As you can see, there's some here. This particular one was caused by this hole. So all the power wire ran through this, and there was just spray foam. That's not enough. When you build a wooden structure like this, you do have to seal it. So up here was poor man's fiberglass, which is basically glue and latex paint. And then everything down here appeared to be regular latex. In order to sell it, he cleaned it up a bit. And we used a bunch of Bondo and wood filler. And I'll show you this corner up here. So in an effort to make it presentable, there was a good 1/4 inch of Bondo just crammed in here on top of all this rotten wood. So I'm going back and finding all the blemishes that were hidden so we can harden them before we wrap this whole thing. It's important when you're building with plywood like this, if you do seal it and then you put a bunch of holes in it, all that moisture that comes in through these holes has to go somewhere, and the answer is down. And when you seal the bottom of these pieces of plywood like this, that moisture's got nowhere to go, so it just rots out. Ain't water fun?
It looks like we got a couple of the corners repaired today, and this thing is almost ready for the cedar siding that should be going up soon. What are you doing over here, babe?
I'm taking a leaf out of the book of Poor Man's Fiberglass, which is what's on the roof up there. I'm using a mixture of Type Bond glue and latex paint, and I'm packing all of this dry rot and wet rot. I've let it dry out, and we're just basically trying to harden this area so I have something to glue all of that siding to.
What you got there, Shane?
Pizza, delivery pizza. They bring it to your door here. We're so close to civilization.
Guys, it is a very, very chilly morning outside. I am hiding inside with the diesel heater. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning. It is chilly out. It's not even morning, it's noon. But we are getting started on this thing. I'm about to start taking cedar planking and gluing and brad nailing it to this plywood. Our paint hardened and dried last night, or our paint and glue concoction. So we've got a nice hard surface to glue to now.
Transformation is beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I think that's snow falling from the sky. The frozen rain. So grateful for my heater. It's still very, very, very cold out there, but it appears Shane is making some progress. We should be done with the sides and on to the back door today.
Nail gun. This is rare for me, huh? Coming along good. We are, as you can see, the corners here, they hardened up nicely, and I am tight bond gluing all of these panels, these cedar planks, to the plywood itself, and I'm using little rad nails to help hold it in place and running them in an angle to keep pulling off, but mostly the glue is what's going to be holding it over time. Once I get done, I'll then process all this so it's one nice clean surface.
It's gonna make this thing so much prettier, and because the stuff we're using is so very thin, it's not gonna add very much weight to the rig at all.
No, I wouldn't imagine it's more than 20 or 30 pounds for all the wood I'm putting in this thing. That's new for me.
Well, that sun is completely gone. The trailer did get wrapped today, all except for the back. It's
pretty.
looking good.
I think so. It'll look different tomorrow.
We've got quite a few of our friends parking near us tonight, but it is so cold that everyone is hiding inside of their rigs. Too windy for a fire. Maybe tomorrow. The sun has come up this morning and everyone has come out to play, and Shane is back to work over here. You got the heater going in the RV this morning.
Did. Very excited about that. Doc will be sleeping in heat tonight. We had to special order some parts, so we've been waiting for several days to get that going. Today I'm gonna be working on the end of this caboose. Gonna be building some doors, some barn style doors on the back to replace the one big swinging door that's back there because it cantilevers and it's tearing the hinges out of the wall, so that's not gonna work.
Let's see what we're starting with. Ooh, this thing looks so pretty already.
So yeah, it's just one big door with a basic frame built in with 3/4 inch plywood as the sheeting. Let's see if we can jazz it up a little.
I think it'll look much cooler by the end of the day. Well, it's almost gone now, but I did take advantage of the communal kitchen to do a little bit of cooking. Damien and Dayton came in with the meats. They had salmon and bacon wrapped chicken.
I contributed nothing. I only took.
What did you get done today?
I got the heater working in the bus, and I also finished wrapping the house and started working on the back door. There's no door. Tomorrow there'll be a door.
It's looking good. Good morning.
Good morning. You want to see what we're starting out with today? Oh, you'll hang on. So I took the back door off yesterday and I'm starting to do the framework on the inside of this door, where I'm going to be building some barn doors of sorts. And we're generally just going to be dressing this thing up before we start sealing it all the way up. Today should be fun. I'll make some sawdust. She's so close, isn't she? Little poke? Kelsey.
It's a about that time, guys. I am coming to reclaim my man. We got a lot done this week, though.
We did. It looks like a whole different boat. Y'all make sure you come back next week. I'll be putting the other door on here and getting this thing finished, or not finished up. I'll try to get it finished this week. We'll see. Y'all come back to find out.
We got a lot of trim work left on the outside, and of course treating all of this gorgeous wood. And then we'll move inside, y'all. This thing's gonna be cool.
I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have watched this specific video. And also, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and go back and check out some other videos. We have done all sorts of things over our time on the road.
To all of those who have been following us through all of those adventures, we want to say a special thank you to all of you. Now, guys, this particular build still has a little ways to go, but we are so pumped for what we know the final product is going to look like and can't wait to show you. Be sure and come back next week. If you haven't already done so, check out our other social media pages as well, such as Facebook and Instagram. We will see you guys next week. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.